So Sergio, congratulations on the film. It's actually your first film as a director, isn't it? Although you wrote The Orphanage, you wrote The Impossible, and they were both directed by your friend J.A. Bayona. What's special about working with him, and did he teach you anything as a director?
Um, we sort of, he's very special, but I think we sort of like learned from each other at least. And when I met him, I met him at a short film festival. I had done this film called 7337, which was like a short version of The Orphanage, and I had already written that script, which I meant to direct. And he had this wonderful short film called Sponge Man, and that's how we met. And he had Guillermo del Toro wanted to produce his film, so he asked me, do you have any scripts? And I showed him the script to The Orphanage, hoping that they would hire me to write something else, because The Orphanage was like my baby. And then
you wanted to direct that one,
but at the same time I was like, I was working as a barman, and my life was horrible, so I said, oh, go ahead, take it, I'll write something else. And I had no idea that The Orphanage was going to become so popular, and that would put me in the screenwriter box. So it's taken me 10 years to get out of there. But I guess Juan Antonio and I have, we really like the same type of stories. We have, I think, very similar tastes, but very different sensibilities, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
And so we bounce ideas off each other, and I guess the mixture or the result of that conversation is always better than each of the isolated ideas. And he has this energy that it's like it never dies. And he's got such an enthusiasm, and he never takes no for an answer. I guess those are the things that I try to replicate on my shoot. And
so why did you choose The Secret of Marrowbone as your first film as a director? What was it about that story?
Well, again, it was like, since I didn't get to make The Orphanage, I thought, and that was the intention, and that's like my favorite genre. I thought I wanted to make a film in that vein. I guess it's something that I really like, this type of sort of like chamber piece film, which is just like 5 actors in a house and sort of explore
it's
their
very
relationship.
Classical, really, in its structure, isn't it?
I think formally it's very classical. I think maybe you can, if you watch the film, you could think it was maybe shot in the late 60s or something, but structurally I think it's very different, because it's very, I wouldn't say modern. I'd say it's daring, if anything, because the film, when the film starts, they're telling you a story, and 9 minutes into it they receive an unexpected visit, and the film breaks and jumps 6 months into the future, with the family has been changed completely, and you don't know why. So it's not like I'm hiding any surprises or twists. I'm telling you up front, there are gaps in this story, and there are gaps in Jack's narration. Don't worry, we'll get there. But it's like this way
just
of
stick with it.
Yeah, I always describe the film as a Russian doll, since it looks like something, and then there's something strange happens, and we peel off a layer, and it's a different creature, and then something happens, and it's a different creature, and this happens at least 7 times until you get to the core of the story, to the heart of it. So I wanted to do a film in this Gothic universe that was very emotional and that was very playful structurally.
And thinking about that Russian doll idea, I've heard that you actually had more than one ending for the film, that you actually filmed more than one.
Yes, but not...
Are we ever going to get to see the other?
Yes, it's actually the Spanish Blu-ray is out already. You can see it there. No, wait, 1 minute. No, there's one ending that's not in there. There's a different epilogue, but one of the endings is not public. So
will it ever be made public, do you think?
I don't think so. It just didn't work. It's not like we set out to shoot 2 endings so that we could decide in the editing room. It's just that we shot all of the movie in the house. We had 6 weeks in the house, and then 1 week on a soundstage where we built the attic. And I tried to shoot the film in chronological order, and just the original ending that I had for the movie didn't work. there was something about it that is like I'm not 100% happy with it. So I rewrote a different ending.
And that's the one we've got, presumably.
And that's the one you got, which I think is better.
Sergio, muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias a ti.